Pandering pastors. Y'all, single women are running the church. Single women run the church. The vast majority of churches are run by single women. Now, she's not the pastor of the church, but she running that church. The vast majority of the people that are in church are women. And that's the vast majority of churches. And thus, the money received is coming from women more than anybody else. So it's similar to how the entertainment industry caters to women because women are the ones who are paying. Y'all, the churches are not mainly attended by women just because men don't want to be spiritual or men don't want to be under the authority of God. That's not necessarily it. Some do want to do it and some don't. That's not the point here. The point is the ones that do want this to be a part of their life can't be in the majority of churches because they won't stand for the pastor who's not willing to give the whole truth about what the word of God says about women and family and men and order. So when they will cater to the woman because women are the ones filling the seats and women are the ones paying, and they'll leave out and twist and flip and cut things out and not tell the whole story about what the word of God says about order. I'll tell
you. Look, I could tell Beans had his thoughts on that one. Go ahead, lead that one, Beans.
Shoot.
Dog, the church is terrible, bro, at this point. And I don't think ladies like to really hear this. I had to take a call real quick towards the end, but you know, y'all not good at leading, and anything that y'all are in control of, it goes to the wayside. And I think that's because of the dynamic of emotions. It's not really your place to be in leadership positions. But I did see a video recently where a lady was talking about, men calling women manipulative, and she was like, "Yes, we are. We are the biggest manipulators that there are." But she explained why. And she said, for some time now, men have taken control of things, right? And she said, not in a sexy kind of way, but just like, we're going to run things, we're going to dominate, and you're going to follow us, whether it's to the best of your benefit or not, right? And she said, so in order for women to empower themselves, whatever it is that they're looking for, they have to get it through men. And the only way they can get it through men is that they have to be able to manipulate them. And that's why they become so manipulative. Now, I don't like it. I don't want women to be manipulative, but I do have to understand why they would have to be that way. And they are absolutely manipulating inside of the church. But at the same time, the church itself gets its orders from the state, gets its orders from the government, right? I believe they're considered 501c3s. And anytime the state is in control of your finances, they get to dictate what it is that you teach. And that's why they do all this prosperity preaching, and everything is really very femininely organized in the church at this point. It's not a place for men to be at. And I'll land right there because I missed the rest of it. I had to take a note.
Well, first off, I'll say I know she ain't got a man in her life because he wouldn't have on there looking homey.
Yeah,
but
yo, hold on.
Y'all got to stop this. She was being natural.
That's a handsome woman. Yo, wow.
Y'all tripping, man. That girl look good. Y'all ain't see that upper lip?
Yeah, she was cute.
That upper lip was banging. I was looking at that upper lip the whole time.
She got to shave it a little bit, but she looked good.
She had that 1,000 body stare. She done been through the ringer, and she already knows.
I can't.
She on here. She look. Go ahead, mess with her if you want. She's single for a reason. I guarantee you. I'll bet.
But
any amount.
Get out of here.
The church has run men off. That's why men aren't going to church. Because women are leading the church. It's more of a matriarchy now. There's a reason the Bible talks about women shouldn't be pastors. They should only lead women. Because it's not for them. And because all these pastors are pandering to women and bashing men have left the church. And now because we left the church, yeah, it's nothing but women that's taking over. And a lot of women taking over the church. Go ahead, Chill.
I want to say this.
I wanted to comment real quick as far as because I believe what you're referring to. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that might be Old Testament. But as far as when the Bible speaks about women should be in leadership, a lot of that was culture, because as much as they were learning about this singular God, the monotheistic version of God, they were still had things within their culture and their villages, you could say, that they wanted to pass down. And over time, as they got a clear more understanding of what the word of God was in the direction, especially following the New Testament, a lot of those things began to change. Women weren't allowed to do almost really anything when it comes to Old Testament and things like that. Which is why if you read the Gospels, there's a distinction of certain things that's happened where women are the ones that were either the ones that that realized, the women were the first ones that realized that Jesus had basically raised up and that prophecy was fulfilled. Jesus also had female servants and people that followed him outside of the 12 disciples. So it's like the New Testament does give you a different shift and a different outlook as far as the position that women played in that aspect. But you'll find a lot of that within the Old Testament, that women weren't like, you can't speak, you don't need to say nothing. But a lot of that was culture. A lot of that was culture that was still within the land of what they believed.
First Timothy 2
talks about it. It's First Timothy, yeah.
First Timothy 2:12.
I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over man, whether she is to remain quiet. But I didn't say anything about being leaders. It does talk about them leading women. It talks about it says they should not be leading the church. Mm-hmm. So 1 Timothy 3:1-3 says that pastors and elders ought to be men. Mm-hmm. Because going to Bean's point, women can be manipulated. If you look at the very first book of the Bible, who was manipulated in the Garden of Eden, and then she went back and manipulated her man, unless he was already standing there. So at the end of the day, that's why men are to be the head of the household. That's why men are to be leads in the churches. It doesn't mean that women can't lead women. It just means women should not be leading men.
Mm-hmm. So, well, I would. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chill. I just wanted to. I was gonna throw something out there. So just last thing, because so our pastor. So I go to Victory Christian Center, right? Our pastor, as you right. Hey, rep. Your professor know what's up. All right, so, I strongly encourage. I would love for you guys to do this, and we can come on my channel and talk about it, or get on live with Mingo again. I would love for y'all to check out Victory Christian Center. Watch Mrs. Gould, Mrs. Marlon Gould. She's now the head of the church because Pastor Gould passed away about 2 years ago. She has done a phenomenal job of teaching the absolute word of God. And I'm going to stop there, but I would love for you guys. I can send you the link. Y'all pick whatever video y'all want to watch. And
that sounds like a promo.
Come back. I want you guys to come back and let's have a dialogue.
MRT. Shout about it.
Oh Lord. All right. Listen, I wanted to address this comment, right? About you want to read it to you and I'll address it.
Okay, so Elliot says, how do women have to manipulate to get what they want? That's a weird statement. I ain't never had to manipulate no man. Everything I have, I got myself.
BBL.
So that's that right there.
White. Please let me be
so
white.
That one.
I just want to be white, man.
So that right there is a common thing that I realize a lot of women do. They take things and say, well, me and I, and you make it very personal. Yes, you might not have had to do anything to manipulate a man, but we can't take away from that. From the beginning of times, women are known for manipulating men. Mm-hmm. From ancient pharaohs to most wars are started off of women. So this has been from the beginning of times. So nothing has changed from that to today. Most women get what they want from men by using sexuality, by using femininity, by using that softer voice. You don't get what you want by talking as hard and deep as me or as loud as me. So that's the thing. I would say take it off of you and look at what the majority of women are out there doing to men.
Now, so I think this is how when women are kind of taking semantics and getting emotional off of that. Because just like how whatever your strength is, women have that sexuality that they can use as a quote unquote bargaining chip for if they want to, and then just as how men have resources that they can use as a bargaining chip or whatever the situation is. So you can't, like, you got to look at the truth of the matter as what women and men have at their hands. They have resources, strength. We have, childbearing for some women, and sexuality, so is that in all actuality, I don't, I'm just disagreeing with that sister right there, as in to say that women don't manipulate with their sexuality.
I want to do this really, really quickly, GMT. I want to give her a contrast, right? Because GMT is where I want to be when I grow up, right? the way he responded to that comment, that's how I want to be. Because my response is, you're not only wrong, you're stupid.
Whoa.
Right? So I have a whole show on my channel called The Stupid Detention, where I put people in detention for being stupid, right? But that comment is an example of exactly why you shouldn't be in leadership. You can't even
saying it's 2024.
Like, you can't even just think, right? And say like, yo, womanhood didn't start with me. Women have been around, depending on what you believe, for at least 5,000 years. And so whatever age you are, forget let's just say she 30. Forget the other 4,970 years that existed before you. That don't matter. All that matters is your 30 years. Embarrassing. Jesus, Allah, and Buddha, I want to wake up white.
So, Elliot, I was going to read the following comment. Elliot is saying, this 2024, they had to because they had no rights, just like black men had no rights. Can we talk about today? Men and women can manipulate.
First of all, women.
Yeah, I was looking at that photo. Hey, girl.
Women manipulated themselves into believing that they can do this without a man, that they can have babies outside of wedlock and it's going to be okay. They've been manipulating each other for the longest. So at the end of the day, yes, women do manipulate. Go ahead, Chip.
So I'm gonna be honest. Usually when we get to this section, I kind of take a back seat, and because it turns into a tit for tat, and nobody never sits and asks why it is that women manipulate, or why it is that women sit up here and they know goddamn well that they manipulate, and why it is that they don't want to take accountability for it. Here's the thing, man. When you start understanding why it is that they do these things, and why it is that we as men shouldn't give a single solitary fuck, because guess what? What we want from women literally takes 20 minutes in a flat surface, and what they want from us takes years and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Learn how to be consequential and just. I'm just saying, that's the real. When you know that you got it, you got it. You ain't got to pay this tip for tat.
Yo, listen. I dropped the link. I dropped the link in the comment section, so those that want to come on and challenge anything that we're saying here,
Elliot, come on.
Elliot, jump on, Elliot.
She may try to manipulate us. That's hold on. She may try to manipulate.
Man, look, manipulate, and then look. Here's another thing.
Come and get beans in particular, please.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Let me give y'all some game. I'm about to give y'all some game here. Listen.
I'm sorry. God damn.
Hey.
Nope.
See how she just manipulated me into apologizing?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey. DM is so manipulative.
I did not.
Check this out, man. Let me drop some game into you, man. See, look, women are congenial liars. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you ladies do lie. You lie a lot. You don't really, the things that you say out your mouth isn't really.
You see India, right?
India's like, oh Lord.
What you say out your mouth isn't how you really communicate. Ladies, you manipulate, man, because you are constantly testing that man, because you want to make sure he is the man that you think he is. testing men is a never-ending process. You don't stop. Like, you always try to see if this man gonna make a compromise. The moment he bends his rules and make a compromise, you're like, oh Lord, he's a sucker. I'm gonna run the tables on him. You do this. That's what y'all like. This is
what I said about your bubble, Chill.
My
sorry
bubble?
that you had to be around those kind of females in your life. I'm sorry.
Yes, you do the same thing too. What you mean?
Okay,
you all are going to do it. You all are going to do it because you cannot afford to waste any more time of your precious years that you have left with a guy that you don't trust your life in his hands. So you have to test them. That's your frame of reference. That's what you have. And if you're not testing dudes, then what you're telling me is that you're getting ready to find dusties.
By lying though?
Hell yeah, women lie all the time. They be like, I want you to be so emotional with me. Tell me all your darkest secrets. And the moment they do it, you be turned
What happened? What
Y'all be
happened
ready to leave them. You be like, yo, I'm gonna go sleep with your cousin. That nigga was
all his best friends.
You know
what?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. You guys are not honest. You know this.
Ain't
nothing wrong with it. Look, ain't nothing wrong with it. I rock with it because I understand it. I understand it.
I just feel so bad that you experienced that, but I still feel like the majority of women are not like that. We are not moving like that. We want something stable, something sure, something solid. We're not trying to play games.
Okay, India. How old are you?
36.
36. What was the last relationship? Married? Any kids? Let's talk.
I'm not married yet, but that's another thing.
Hold on. Answer the question. Direct question, because see,
here we go.
I'm pull all of this out. See, I was being nice, but now we're about to find out.
I think the rest of the panel already know where this is going.
Right.
We do.
Hey.
And do, Jess.
Yeah.
And your plane.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm about to land it.
Are you trying to say I'm
not married? Any kids?
No. I'm asking you. So never married? Oh, you got 2 kids.
Married.
All right, 2 kids. By how many baby fathers?
2.
All right, 2. Now, what did the first
you
one do?
come for my value, aren't you?
Hold on. No, I'm not. I'm not. Good point. All right. So the first one. What did the first baby daddy do?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, that's number 1. So we can move to the second one. What did the second one do?
He's
in the streets.
Yep. That's a good way to put it.
Belongs to the streets.
There we go. So look,
the first one was the total opposite, though. Very respectful, everything. So
right,
it didn't work.
Cool. But guess what? So the one that was in the streets, I guarantee you was trying to do everything in your power to change his direction, to try to make him do things your way, because you felt like him doing things your way, y'all will be productive together as a team. And the manipulation came in because you thought clapping them cheeks for him was going to make him do the right thing, but it didn't work.
No, only thing that required from him was actually just common decency and respect. No, I'm serious. And he's the one that I was talking about that requires. So basically, he said, I'm a clown because I have a solid 9 to 5, but because I don't have nothing else going on outside of that, I'm not a good partner.
So why?
I'm not a good catch.
Okay, so if he said all of this stuff, why did you think it was okay to bust out a baby for him?
Right.
No, he said this after.
After?
Yeah.
And guess what? How long was y'all together before y'all had the baby?
Since 2016.
Since 2016.
On and off, but 2016.
Wow. On and off. So look, let me tell you something. Ladies, y'all all know the deal. Y'all know it's so easy to get a baby from a dusty. And then a lot of y'all be thinking it's to keep a nigga baby. And that shit never works, because soon, look, a man's attraction or attachment to the child is only as strong as his attachment to the woman. That's why y'all be fucking yourselves up. So look, I made my point already.
So wait a minute. So chill. This is what I would say, right?
What's up?
Like you did. You made your point. Now, India, you know, I love you, right? I would marry you.
Oh, now you love me.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, now that I know about you, yeah, I love you now. See, exactly what I like, right?
He a dusty.
Are you manipulating now?
Absolutely, right? So, you know, you're a single mom with 2 kids, and I'm pretty sure you got ass. Right there, I'm already gonna marry you.
Did she
right?
buy it?
I'm in love with you. You know what I'm saying? So don't let this guy deter you. You made the best decisions for you. You made all the right decisions in the world. Okay.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but
right. We know that. We know that. You were born a woman, so we know that. But here's the thing.
I'm very accountable.
But here's the thing, though, right? What you're gonna have to do, honestly, is you're gonna have to get with that guy that you don't actually want.
Like Beans.
I know.
You're gonna have to get with the guy that you don't want.
This is Beans' public service announcement.
Sweetheart, listen to me. You know the coochie is not as good as you think it is.
I never said that.
No. Just let me finish. For some reason, women believe that when a guy get with they coochie, he ain't gonna want no more coochie, right? And once he get this cake, he gonna jump over the hill and bend over back. He not the one you want, because the one you want is the dude that all the other women want. You gotta get the guy that you don't actually want. The one who you think is kind of lame, but he go to work every day. He got some skills. He gonna be a good father and role model to your children. He could do a few things around the house. And yes, when it's time to go outside and do stuff, you're gonna have to ask him to do it. But he's gonna be willing and ready. He gonna look okay in a suit. You know what I'm saying? This is how you have to do this. I've seen this so many times with beautiful women like yourself. You gotta stop thinking you need Shamar Moore. You need Morris Chestnut. You fucking don't.
How is that a coincidence? That's his first name.
Damn.
But that's what I'm trying to tell. I've seen this firsthand. I'm telling you what it is.
That was a powerful statement he just said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because what he just said, it might have been a little tough for a lot of women to digest. But if you really listen to the message in that, a lot of women will be married right now. They wouldn't be because women are picking men for the wrong reasons.